Howdy, howdy. Welcome to my Week 14 NCAA Top 25. Uh, First, the teams who got knocked out. Georgia Tech lost to Pitt, so that's no good. Well, I mean, we'll see later, but Missouri, they lost as well. I believe it was to Oklahoma. And then Iowa beat Michigan State, but like by 3 and they're only 7-4, and I felt like there were some better teams than Iowa. They were still considered though, and some other teams that were considered would be San Diego State, another win for them, but I just don't quite think their Mountain West their schedule has like really proved that they're better than anyone else. Arizona State also was considered. They beat Colorado by a considerable amount, but I don't know if I can quite believe in Arizona State yet. And so that brings us to that's supposed to say week 14, but that brings us to the top 25. Firstly, we have Navy. Navy didn't play, so that's why they did not move up or down. They just get to stay at 25. 24, SMU was not ranked, beat Louisville, and so I think that they're better than like Iowa or Arizona State, who did beat Colorado. Colorado's not that good, but 24 for SMU. 23 is Pitt. I just don't know whether to believe in them or not. I mean, they beat Georgia Tech, but they also, I mean, they got smoked by Notre Dame. I guess that's not really a test of true character, but we're going to put them at 23. And then finally, the last unranked team at 22 is going to be Tulane. They're now in at 22. Beat Temple by quite a bit, was ranked by ESPN last week. Didn't quite put them in, but this week I think they deserve to be here. 21 is North Texas, moving up from 24th spot. They they've looked really good. I forget who they beat, but they beat them. I think it was FA. It was either FAU or UAB, and they looked really good. Unfortunately, I can't remember, but I mean, hey. Moving up into the 20 spot is JMU. James Madison has also looked really good, beating Washington State. It was looking a little iffy, but they did pull it off, so they get to be at 20. 19 is going to be USC. Losing to Oregon is like it's not a big problem. I mean, Oregon's really good, but USC now loses another game, and they're definitely not making the college football playoffs. So they kind of have to fall out a little bit. So 19, I feel, is the appropriate spot for them. 18 is Michigan. They beat Maryland by 25. Um, Good game. And Underwood's he's looking really good as of late, honestly. Michigan could beat Ohio State just because you never know what's going to happen in the game. So number 17 is going to be Virginia. Virginia didn't play, so they kind of just move up because USC fell down. I do think Virginia's going to win the ACC, and I do think if they do that, they're probably going to make the college football playoffs. Will they be a first round exit? Probably. However, uh, 17 for Virginia, best team they've had in years. Texas at 16, they defeat Arkansas, and so they move up. But you can't really put them ahead of Tennessee, I feel. Even though I mean Tennessee won, they beat Florida by 20, but their losses kind of add up, and they're still a really great team, but I just don't think they're going to make the playoffs, so kind of have to move them a little lower so that it can make room for those teams that probably are going to make it. 14 though is Vanderbilt. I think they have a better shot than Tennessee. Uh, they just beat Kentucky by a considerable margin. I think 28. Um, Diego Pavia, that's his last name. He's looking really good. I might get some Heisman votes, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. So they move up from 16 to 14 after winning over Kentucky. 13 did not move. Miami. They beat Virginia Tech. Not that impressive, but they did, and so they're currently the favorites to make the college football playoffs for the ACC. 12, BYU also didn't move. They beat Cincinnati. Um, yeah, they just kind of they're good. Honestly, they're on the outside looking in, both BYU and Utah. Utah beating Kansas State. I'm a big fan of the Utes. I do think this Big 12 is like really good. So, I mean, I feel like Utah and BYU could compete in the college football playoffs and like win a couple games, at least one. So, I mean, they're looking really good. But 10 is going to be Alabama. It was cupcake week for most of the SEC, and so Alabama played Eastern Illinois or East Illinois, whatever, and beat them 56-0. La-di-da. Congratulations. They stay at 10, did not move. Number 9 is Notre Dame, and yes, you can see that it says down 2. That it was a really tough decision. And I mean, beating a team 70-7 is like actually unreal. It was Syracuse. Syracuse is bad. 70-7 is unreal. Honestly, I could see you putting Notre Dame in the top 5. I just feel that the two teams ahead of them deserve to move up higher or stay higher than Notre Dame, just based on who they beat. Oklahoma actually stayed put because they number 9 from last week moved up to 7. Uh, Oklahoma just, I mean, they've looked really good. Mateer is leading this team really well, and they beat Missouri. And it was a close game, but it was Missouri. I think Missouri is underrated as a program. They're very good this year. So they're at 8 ahead of Notre Dame as well as Oregon. Oregon just doesn't get any love. I mean, you take one loss to Indiana and people just kind of drop you and leave you at the bottom part of the top 10. I do think Oregon has like a really good shot at winning the national championship. I I think 7 is a great spot to put them, beating USC by at least 15. I mean, they were really good and they should be at 7. 6 is going to be Texas Tech. They've looked incredibly good. Just unreal. Some great stuff. Jacob Rodriguez has looked, I think he like leads in turnovers forced or something. It's insane. He's like getting Heisman recognition as a defensive player. Not a quarterback, a defensive guy. And that's huge. This Texas Tech defense is formidable. Number 5, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, I don't even think they played, and so they just kind of stay at 5. They could honestly, I could see you putting Ole Miss lower than Texas Tech, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame. I mean, th- that's how close these teams are. I If Ole Miss had played, if they had lost, they're for sure lower than those guys. If they won, they just kind of have to stay at 5. You know what I'm saying? 4, another cupcake game. Georgia beats Charlotte in a landslide. Nothing special. They stay at 4 just because it wasn't close. And this game also wasn't close. Texas A&M played Samford, and so of course they won by almost 50. If they lost by or if they won by less than that, they probably would have moved down. Just because like, why are you playing these garbage teams? They're not garbage, but like garbage compared to the SEC. Why are you playing them? Come on. But they're gonna stay at 3. Number 2 is Indiana. Indiana did not play. This is the first week they haven't since the beginning of the season. And so, I mean, Fernando Mendoza, he's looked amazing. I think he's the Heisman favorite right now. He is the best player in the country so far, but not the best team, however, because that's Ohio State. They beat Rutgers by what, 20 something. Looked really good, and Julian Sands doing a great job. Uh, Ohio State still number 1 for the bajillionth week in a row. But let me know, what do you think? I'm guessing you want Notre Dame higher, unless you're a Notre Dame hater. Um, is there anything other, is there anything else that's like controversial in your opinion? Let me know in the comments if you would. Um, Let me know if you actually like the up and down arrows. I thought that was like a nice touch, so just let me know if you like that at all. But thank you for watching.